December 7th, 1941, a day that dawned like any other in paradise. But within hours the calm would shatter and the skies would rain destruction. This is the story of Pearl Harbor, a quiet naval base turned into a battlefield, a nation thrust into war and lives forever changed. What led to this devastating attack? How did it unfold? And what lessons does it hold for us today? Join us as we dive into one of history's darkest and most pivotal days. Welcome to Impact of the Past. The road to war, rising tensions in the Pacific. To understand the attack on Pearl Harbor, we need to step back. In the 1930s, Japan was on the rise, expanding its empire across Asia and the Pacific. But there was one obstacle: the United States Pacific Fleet, based at Pearl Harbor. As tensions grew, the U.S. imposed economic sanctions, cutting off Japan's vital oil supply. For Japan, this was a threat to its survival as an empire. The solution? A preemptive strike to neutralize the American fleet. The attack on Pearl Harbor was meticulously planned. Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto, the mastermind, believed that striking first would give Japan the upper hand. It was a bold, risky move, one that would change the course of history. A quiet morning, the calm before the storm. Sunday morning, December 7th. The men at Pearl Harbor were enjoying a rare moment of peace. Some slept in, others prepared for religious services. Few could have imagined the storm about to descend. At 6:10 a.m., over 200 miles north of Oahu, the first wave of Japanese planes launched from their carriers. Their target, the heart of America's Pacific Fleet. The two waves of attack, fire from the sky, and total devastation. At 7:55 a.m., the first bombs fell. Torpedo planes swooped low over the harbor, targeting battleships anchored side by side. Dive bombers screamed from the sky, unleashing destruction from above. The USS Arizona took a direct hit to its forward magazine, triggering a massive explosion that ripped the ship apart. Smoke and fire engulfed the harbor as sailors fought desperately to save their ships and comrades. It was hell on earth, one survivor recalled. The water was burning and the screams of men echoed everywhere. The USS Oklahoma was hit by multiple torpedoes, rolling over within minutes. Trapped sailors banged on the hull, hoping for rescue, but for many, help would come too late. Just over an hour later, at 8:40 a.m., a second wave of planes arrived. This time, they targeted airfields and smaller ships, ensuring that the U.S. would have no chance to retaliate. American planes were destroyed on the ground, caught unprepared. In just 2 hours, Japan had dealt a devastating blow. The aftermath: a nation in shock. By the time the attack ended, 2,403 Americans had been killed, and over 1,000 were wounded. 21 ships were damaged or sunk, and nearly 200 aircraft were destroyed. For Japan, it was a stunning tactical victory. But it came at a cost they hadn't foreseen: awakening a sleeping giant. America strikes back. The sleeping giant awakens. The next day, President Franklin D. Roosevelt addressed the nation. Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. America declared war on Japan, and within days, Germany and Italy declared war on the U.S., plunging the nation into World War II. Pearl Harbor galvanized the American spirit, uniting a divided nation. What Japan saw as a crippling blow became the catalyst for their eventual defeat. Today, Pearl Harbor stands as a symbol of sacrifice and resilience. The USS Arizona Memorial floats above the sunken battleship, where oil still leaks to the surface, known as the Tears of the Arizona. It reminds us of the cost of war and the strength of those who endure. History is more than just facts and dates. It's a story of impact, of moments that shaped the world we live in today. Pearl Harbor was one of those moments. A single attack that changed the course of history forever. Here at Impact of the Past, we uncover the turning points that reshaped our world. If you want to explore more stories like this, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you never miss an episode, because history's greatest lessons come from the moments that shattered it.